If you've ever tried to learn the fretboard, you've probably been told to either use caged or 3 note per string, but nobody ever explains which one actually helps you to stop feeling lost on the guitar. And this matters because a lot of guitarists will know a lot of shapes, chords, and even scales, but they'll still be lost on the guitar. Because the real problem is not more information, it's how you're visualizing the neck. So in this video, I'm going to break down both systems, help you discover the strength of each one, and explain why one of them actually makes it way easier to understand the guitar. So let's start with what these systems actually are, because most people can actually misunderstand this. First off, caged is based on 5 specific chord shapes. Like the name says, that's C, A, G, E, and D. And this is pretty cool because these are pretty common chord shapes that most guitarists already know. So with this system, you have a really strong starting point to understanding and grasping what it's all about. And the cool thing about this is that it connects harmony to the fretboard, because this whole system is just based on 5 different chords, which at the end of the day are harmony, but you're using that harmony to get around the neck and understand how it visually all maps out. And the key concept here is that it uses a series of vertical zones on the neck, or regions if you will, to help you get around the neck and not get lost. So for example, if I have this C major chord over here, that's going to be a region, specifically the A region if you will. Basically it's like if we took this open string A chord over here and just moved it 3 frets up, where it would be if it were C. So any shape that you play on the neck is movable. So again, I have this A major shape here. Now it's C major over here. And in here, I'm going to have one region. The cool thing about this is that I can look at everything through these regions. So I don't just see the C major chord here in the A region. I also see the C major scale right here. But not just that, I also see the C major arpeggio right there. But the real power of this is seeing other scales and shapes right there. So let's say I wanted to go from C major to G minor right in this region without moving. That's where the caged system comes in, because I have C major here, but I can also do G minor if I just do this. And if I want to do C sharp dominant ninth, I have it right here too. And its corresponding scale. And that's really the whole point of this system, to kind of see everything a bit more vertically, if you will, so that way you're not having to move around on the neck as much unless you want to achieve a specific effect or go to a specific octave or range in whatever you're playing. So you're not moving across the neck because you don't know where you are. You're moving across the neck because you want to have a specific sound. But moving on from that, we have 3 notes per scale. And this system is based on, like the name says, on having 3 notes per string on the guitar. So for example, if we have again C starting from here, that will be this. As you could probably tell, that's a consistent 3 note per strings right there. There was not one string that had less or more notes than 3. Hopefully you can see that also it's more horizontal or linear, because when I'm going here, my hand has shifted to another part of the neck when I get to that string. So this system being more linear, you could say it's a bit better for maybe soloing, for maybe more melodic playing even. But the key thing to know here is that these aren't competing truths, or, you know, it's maybe not necessarily that one is better than the other. They're just different ways of organizing yourself on the neck. So in theory, both systems work, but in practice, most players struggle with one of them. Now, here's the thing with 3 notes per string and why most players get lost if they're using this specific system. And don't get me wrong, it's really good for certain things, and there are a lot of situations, musical situations, where you're going to want to have that sort of 3 note per string way of looking on the neck. But the thing with 3 note per string, as we touched upon just a second ago, is that it forces you to work on the guitar more horizontally and more linearly. It covers more horizontal ground on the neck, and it makes it harder for you to anchor yourself and really like be grounded on where you are on the neck. So for beginning and intermediate guitarists even, this can mean that you're playing a song and you suddenly don't know where exactly you are and where you should go next on the guitar. And it also means that you end up relying more on certain patterns instead of a deeper understanding of the guitar and music itself. So the result often ends up being that you can play fast, because this way of looking at the neck is great for legato and shred playing, but you don't really know where you are. You're kind of lost, which is kind of counterintuitive, and it can translate into forgetting shapes mid solo, not connecting chords to scale, sort of being disconnected from that harmonic component of music, even sounding mechanical, because you know not everything that you do on guitar and music wants to be a shred fest. Now, like I said, don't get me wrong, it's not that 3 note per string is useless, far from it. Actually, it's actually really great for legato, for modern rock and shred. 3 note per string is excellent, because this shape that your hand makes is very natural to playing fast. So you can just legato that all day long. You can be like, whereas using caged shapes and caged way of looking at scales and patterns can be a bit more tricky, because it's not the same amount of notes in every string. So you kind of have to think about it a bit more. But here's the thing that's really interesting about both these systems. Caged actually exists inside of the 3 notes per string system, because another way of looking at this is that 3 notes per string is just kind of an expanded version of the cage system. Because when we go here in that 3 note per string version of C major starting on the 3rd fret and the 5th string, you can say that over here we're in the A position, but once we cross over here, we're kind of in that G position of C. So it kind of overlaps. It's almost like looking at 2 cage positions at the same time, because you go over here and you end up in the G position of C major. And there was a time where I tried to use this 3 note per string system, and I remember trying to run those 3 notes per string patterns up and down all day. But the second I had to actually play some music and improvise on the spot, it kind of made me froze a bit, which can be kind of an issue if you're presenting a song that you've been working on for months in front of a jury and your note depends on it, and based on that performance you might have to repeat the semester. So it's not my favorite system personally, because to me it kind of solves a problem only to create another one. So it helps with shredding and legato playing, but it makes you get lost on the guitar. So what actually solves this problem? Well, this is where cage actually changes things completely. And there are a few reasons that cage makes the fretboard make sense. First off, the cage keeps you in position. Like I was talking earlier, if you're playing something over here in the G position of C major, then you can play everything there. Like I can play the C major arpeggio there, only to then go to the F major 7 arpeggio right here. And if I want to go to the B flat major arpeggio, I have it right here. And if I want to go to the E flat major, same thing with the A flat and their corresponding scales, etc., etc. You can see how this is kind of helpful, because I don't even have to look at the fretboard anymore to do all that. And I'm all in position. I'm staying right here on this region on the neck to be able to do that. So less jumping around on the neck and much more musical awareness. So I find that to be way more helpful. And another thing is that it's built around chords, right? Because you're using these basic 5 shapes, but you're doing the movable version of them, and you're identifying where everything is on those chords and shapes. So if I have the C major arpeggio like I was just doing, well, I have the tonic here, the 3rd, the 5th tonic, 3rd, 5th tonic, right? and I know where each chord tone is within those voicings. And Caged helped me achieve that. Whenever I want to aim for a specific chord tone, if I'm improvising, I'll know where it is because I know how that looks like using the Caged system. So let's say I want to make a jam where I'm improvising on that C major, but I want to really emphasize that major seventh. Well, I know that the major seventh in that G position of C major is right here. And that instantly makes everything that you do on the guitar just so much more musical because you have suddenly musical intention. You're looking for a specific color in whatever you're doing. And it connects to the chord progressions that you're playing on the guitar and on the song that you're doing. It just ties everything together. Another thing I love about Caged is that it creates visual anchors because if you practice Caged in the right way for long enough, you'll just know how these things look like. Again, I'm right here and I just know what the shape for C major in G position is. It's this, you know? And right here, there's the E position, and this is the D position, and this is the C position, and I just see everything there. And I know that if I want to do F major, say in C position, it's right here. Or, you know, B flat in E position, E flat in A position, you know? So I always know where I am on the guitar because I just see this, but it's using the Caged system that allows me to see this. So Caged can be tied to everything on the guitar. It can be tied to scales, like let's say, like I was doing C major in the G position. It can be tied to the chords because I have the C major chord right here in G position. It's tied to the arpeggio. I have the major 7 arpeggio right here. It's tied to the triads because I have the triad here, a triad here, I have a triad here, and it's all just there. I have the inversions right here too because I have an inversion here, here, and here. And the same thing with the other string sets. And if I need to go to another triad, let's say F major triad, well, if I'm here in this position, I have F right here, and then go here, and then here. And if I want to go to the next note on the circle of fourths, for example, do B flat, I have it right here. And so on and so forth. So really for me, it's just a way more holistic way of viewing the neck, where you kind of just see everything everywhere in a certain way, kind of like that movie. And this to me really does make it the most versatile way of looking at the neck, in my opinion at least. And it's gotten me through so many years of incredible music and music making, because instead of chasing the fretboard or chasing whatever note or chord you want to do on it, you start to just understand it and see everything right there wherever you are at the moment. And that's how you actually begin to understand the neck. But okay, let's recap. Learning the fretboard is tough, but there's a reason that Caged is as famous as it is. 3 notes per string can be really excellent for speed, but it can lead to getting lost on the neck. So in this regard, Caged is actually a better way of understanding and taking control of the fretboard. And you can truly go way above what most people do with the Caged because you can actually look at everything on the guitar and in music through the lens of the Caged system, which is kind of wild. It sounds crazy, but it's totally true. It's certainly what I've been doing since I graduated music college with a degree in specialization in guitar. So the big takeaway here is that if your goal on the guitar is to not get lost and actually understand what you're doing here on the neck, then Caged will get you there better and faster. Now, if you want to go deeper with this idea of actually understanding the fretboard, I've put together for you a free guide called 3 Steps to Fretboard Mastery. And this really quick, short guide, I go deeper on this idea of the Caged system not just being a way of seeing the neck on the guitar, but also as a vehicle for clearly seeing everything through that system. Arpeggios, chords, scales, in the simplest and fastest way possible. So if that interests you at all, you can check it out in the link in the description down below. And until next time, keep practicing.